How you doing? You guys tired yet?
Yes.
You've been here for a long time? You must get so much information. How are you? Yeah, I met you at the App Society hacking party. Yeah. It's nice to see you again.
So Angela, now that she's working for the
Whose butter is this? Who is sitting here before me?
Rami, I think.
Rami?
Grace and Rami.
Grace and Rami. Oh, they all drank from it? It's like the whole... Sorry.
So now that she's working for eCorp,
Yeah.
has she sold her soul, or is she just doing this as like an undercover type of thing or is that going to be revealed later?
Well, I think what's really interesting about Angela this season is, how much she's shifted. She's definitely had a huge shift. And I thought about that. I mean, she sees someone basically commit suicide on national television. And now she's working in an environment that's incredibly dangerous and at the same time very seductive. And when Sam started talking about the positive affirmations, I remember what interests me is not that she's doing them, but why she has to do them in order to kind of keep herself together. And that shows up. I mean, you kind of find out why she so desperately needs something that becomes quite obsessive that she needs in order to survive there. And I think it has to do with, repression. Like repressing her shame and guilt for being there, repressing her emotions that she's basically being told get in the way of her productivity. And, so I think that's what makes these characters so interesting is because they're very realistic. I mean, Terry Colby says to her, if you want to make a difference, this lawsuit doesn't mean anything, you have to work from within. But what are the sacrifices that you have to make as a human being to be able to be around people like that? And I identify with that, thank God I work with the best people in the world, but, so not on this show, but I relate to that kind of like inner dilemma sometimes. Like, are you doing things for the right reasons? Do you have to make these moves in order to get what you want? Are they necessary? And, are you being compromised over time? And what that looks like. It doesn't happen overnight. And, you get to see a lot more of that this season. The end.
What has it been like? Yes, we've had TCA sessions.
Yeah.
What has it been like to have Sam not only writing but directing it?
Sam, I don't really understand how he's able to do what he does, and he's so calm about it. He's essentially busy 24 hours a day. He shoots, and then he edits, and his hands are all over everything. So, but it's such a relief as an actor because I trust him implicitly. So I can kind of go and take risks that I wouldn't normally take because he'll yell at me immediately if he doesn't like something. And it's nice to know that he doesn't let anything slide. And he knows the story. So if I have any questions, it's like, why am I motivated here? What am I motivated by here in this moment? And he has an answer for everything. So it's been wonderful having him.
What was something you tried that you said, no, that doesn't?
Oh my God, he yells at me all the time. He yells at me all the time. He just yelled at me 3 days ago. It's like, Portia, what are you doing? I was like, no idea. No idea. And he keeps saying it. He's quite the genius. I don't really know how he's handled it, this much pressure, and he does it with such ease. Like, I've never seen anything like it. It's really cool.
Is being separate from Elliot weigh on Angela this year?
What?
Is being separate from Elliot weigh on Angela this year?
They might not be.
Right.
They might not be separated. I will say there's a very interesting thing that happens with the three of those characters. They have a lot to do with each other this season. Even if it is inadvertent, they have a lot to do with it. Angela, Darlene, and Elliot. I mean, everyone really does. Grace's character does. They're all very woven into each other, but there are a lot of interesting scenes that happen.
Nice wrapping. Thank you.
smart and sweet, right?